Hey guys, I'm back with another build and it's quite an interesting build. It took me a really long time to do and I actually had help with it, which made it was really fun to do. I made this house that was inspired by my friend, and I had him in mind the whole time I was building this house with the structures and the colors, and basically it's a rainbow house. How cool is that? Um, so there's a lot of colors. It's very colorful. The layout is kind of busy and all over the place. Which I thought really described his character really well. And he actually really liked it in the end, which I am really happy about. So that's basically the build that I did, and I actually really like the outcome with this rainbow house. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite proud of what I did. So over there, we added some color on the outside. Just even though I wanted to use most of the colors like red, orange, green, yellow, blue, and purple, I didn't want it to look sloppy or messy or like it's just thrown there. I kind of wanted it to go together in different ways. And one of the things I absolutely love to do is working with complementary colors. So you'll see a lot in this build where I've used complementary colors. So you'll see blues and oranges together, like over there on the little roof area. You'll see yellows and purples and reds and greens because I don't know why I'm obsessed with complementary colors, and I wanted the structure of this house creation to, I don't know, it reminds me a bit of a castle, which I actually really loved because in a way that also describes my friend in a really good way. It's like very playful, very colorful, all over the place. It's very unique, like my friend is. No, but he's awesome. And over there, we're just adding some colored columns to kind of go with the outside, and it's very cool because they're light up. They're lit up. So they're kind of neon, so they kind of shine a bit, and you get like the blues and the oranges. So it went really well with the colors, which I really liked. And then it just gives it that bit more of a detail. And we adding those kind of open windows. It reminds me a lot of like Romeo and Juliet, because it's kind of like a balcony window type of thing. And I don't think I've actually used that in a house build before. So it was really cool to use that. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this build with all the different compositions and different patterns and just different ideas. It was a lot of fun for me to do. And again, we just like working with colors and stuff like that, and I didn't want there to be too many windows in this build. I wanted the main focus to be on the color, and just so we didn't go overboard with like all of the color, I think that top bit there, well, not at the back, but at the front, it's stone. Just so it's like not too much color. It's not that overflow of color. But the thing is, when you look at it from the back, you could only see the blue and the orange. So you couldn't see any of the purples or the yellows or the reds or the greens. You couldn't see those colors properly, which is why I kind of put them along the wall by the top at the back. But I didn't feel the need to do that in the front. So yeah, I really like this house and how it looks. Again, reminds me of like a castle, even like a dollhouse in a way. I don't know why I kind of get that feel about it, but I really like it. um, and over there, we're just kind of working out the room structures and getting some wallpapers together. Like I said, most of the room's color schemes focus on the complementary colors. So I think we have a red and green kitchen, and we have a orange and blue bathroom. We have another green. Well, we have a purple and yellow bedroom. I know that, and that is what I kind of start working on. But over here, we are doing the first bedroom, and those colors are going to be green and red. I wanted it to be very busy, very out there at first, but after a while, I really liked that wallpaper with the green, and I don't know, for some reason, it reminds me a lot of mint chocolate. That wallpaper reminds me of mint chocolate. So later you'll kind of see when we work on that bedroom first. I try and go with the red and green complementary thing, but it really wasn't working for me. So I decided that the bigger bedroom, which is the purple and yellow one, would focus more on the complementary elements and colors and everything, and that bedroom would mostly be a minty green. And when I first think of mint, I think of mint chocolate. So there's going to be some greens and some browns in there. There you kind of can see me trying really hard to make that red work, and after a while I just gave up. So you can see I changed that wardrobe to a more chocolatey color, which goes really nicely with that green wallpaper. So you can kind of see round about now I'm getting the idea of having a mint chocolate bedroom, and that's kind of the theme we go with. And I don't think it's as busy as some of the other rooms. It's a bit more toned down, a bit more comfortable, not as loud, but I still really like it. And I was trying out a bunch of different things. I think we moved those lights. I'm not sure, but I think that's the first time I've ever used those lights, and they're actually very pretty. Like, I really like the design on them, which is really cool. And of course, I always use lots of plants everywhere and lots of flowers everywhere. I don't know why, it's kind of like bringing the outdoors indoors, and I just really like that idea. So in most of my builds, you'll see like random plants everywhere, and it's also good at like taking up space. It really is. And over there we adding a splash of the complementary colors, so it's not hectic red and green. You just kind of get that red in those little picture frames. And over here is that green and yellow bedroom, and just by the wallpaper you can tell that the complementary theme is quite a theme in this room. But of course, because I made it the wallpaper like that, it was hard to get the furniture the exact same way. So not everything is complementary in that it's yellow and purple, but most of the stuff are. And again, that room is actually going to be, I think it's a very busy room. Like, there's a lot of things in there, but it's a very big room. And as you can see, it's kind of getting like more and more stuff. There's a lot of rugs which take up a lot of space, but because the rugs are circular in that type of way, it makes it look very busy. And I think if you take out the rugs, it wouldn't look as busy, to be honest. But I did like getting that busy feeling from this room. It made it like completely opposite from the last room, which I could really appreciate. And I would totally stay in this bedroom. I really, really like this bedroom a lot. So those are the 2 bedrooms done. I believe we only have 2 bedrooms. I think it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom place, and the kitchen took me a long time to try and figure out. Like, a really long time. I try so many different methods, so many different ways. After a while, I was just like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. So I stopped working on the kitchen for a while, and we'll get back to that. So I'm just kind of jumping from room to room, trying to get the wallpapers and the flooring, just so I kind of get an idea of how things are going to turn out. Um, is this another purple and yellow complementary room? It looks like it. Huh, I thought I changed that. Okay, maybe the living room is also purple and yellow. Complementary colors. That's interesting. I feel like I did this quite a long time ago, so I don't really remember. But yeah, okay, I think I did that. Okay, I do think that I did that now that I think about it. So we just kind of adding things here and there, using those little kid shelves from the free patch. They gave us toddlers. Yay! They are so cute, those little creatures. Oh my gosh. They're adorable. And always just need a big painting to tie everything in. And I don't know, because oh no, like this friend, he's so playful and he's so in touch with like his youth. He's very youthful. So he reminds me a lot of a kid, but not in the bad way, you know, like he's very playful. He likes attention. Um he's just very youthful. So, and because he was helping me kind of giving me ideas, I would be like, do you like it like this or like this? And he would give me the most random ideas, and like some of the stuff I went with, and it actually is pretty cool. And the free update, they gave us toddlers and a bunch of stuff to decorate like toddlers rooms and stuff. That came in handy with this build. There are so many like kids stuff just everywhere. Like you saw those balloon lights in the lounge, and the shelves. Those came in handy. They really did. And he really liked the colors, which is really nice. So over there is the kitchen, which I finally got to work. I finally got something which I liked, and I went with it until that just kind of happened. And I like that. So yeah, that's the kitchen. I think it's better than when it started. Like, I was very chuffed with how it turned out, considering how it was in the beginning. And there's the balloon lights again. um, we putting those lights on the floor just because they're very colorful lights, which I really liked. And I don't think this is purple and yellow again. Maybe it is. If it is, then the reason is probably because purple is like my favorite color, and I love complementary colors. So yellow is also a color that I really like. Like purple and yellow together, I really like that. So this build was a bit biased in that sense, that there was a lot of purple and yellow. But we're just putting a bunch of posters around because the posters bring a lot of color. And here's the bathroom, and I really liked those tiles with the blue and the orange because I feel like they look really good. I don't know. I just really liked it. And we had the bathroom one way, and then I changed the entire layout because I did not like the layout. It just wasn't working. And I feel like the layout that I have like right now, I like that layout. Like, that's the final layout. I was very chuffed with it. Like, overall, this build I absolutely loved. Added in a few towels and some empty racks, so it looks like some of the towels got used. And there's the triangular tub, which this friend of mine, he actually has one. And it's cool. It's just really cool. and there's a star mirror, not a normal mirror, just because I don't know. I don't know why. And that's downstairs. So that's when you enter this funky house. It's kind of just a sitting area. There's nothing really there, just a bunch of chairs. Gonna put in some plants, and yeah, it's very busy carpet. That carpet is actually just very busy, but I don't mind. I really don't mind. And I think this is a blue and orange room, even though it has a purple carpet. And this friend, his favorite color is orange. So yeah, I don't know why I had to add that, but it's ironic because the 2 bedrooms don't have any orange in it. So if he were to stay in the rainbow house, he would have nowhere to sleep. But he can sleep in the bathtub in the orange and blue bathroom. That would actually be funny. So again, adding in some paintings for splashes of color and some mirrors with the little, I don't know what you call those, but the little lines in it. Just because that adds some more detail, to like the mirror itself. We had those elongated rooms kind of in the top. The rooms you see now, we had those to fill up, and I can explain. So I think it was in the kitchen or something. I was asking, again, I was communicating with his friend, and he said something like, "Ooh, I want a gnome in the kitchen." And I was just like, that's creepy. Like, I wouldn't want a gnome watching me make food. Like, that's so creepy. But he really wanted a gnome. So I got him an entire room full of gnomes, just dedicated to that. So don't go upstairs. You'll get severely creeped out just with a bunch of gnomes staring at you. But I thought that was just, it was like an inside joke, and it was very funny for me. So there's kind of like an activity room over there. I think there will be a room dedicated. Did we do the other rooms? I don't know. Oh well, there's the landscape. So that also took me a good amount of time. But I feel like it looks pretty. Like, landscaping is one of the necessary things you need to do. And again, I'm not really the best at it, but I tried, and it doesn't look completely awful. And we're adding in some fountains near the fronts, and that kind of fountain at the back, just because it looks cool. And here we're coming to the screenshots already. So there's the downstairs with all of the colors from different angles. That's kind of like the hallway area, and that little corner piece, it looks kind of like a ritual area. Now that I look at it, it's a bit creepy. There is the mint green chocolatey bedroom that it always makes me think of chocolate, and the kitchen in a bunch of different angles, which again, I like the outcome of that. There's the sitting room, TV room / office area, the big bedroom, I guess you can say the master bedroom in a way, the bathroom, which has a lot of corners actually, and there's the top of the build, where there's a little gardening area too, which is actually pretty nice, and the creepy gnome room, the activity room, I think there's a chest room, and the bubble blower room, of course. Just go blow bubbles upstairs. That's about it. So that is all of the screenshots basically of the rainbow house. I had a lot of fun making this house, like you won't even understand. I had a lot of fun just making the house, and my friend really liked it in the end. We both really enjoyed the outcome, and we enjoyed making it together as a joint project. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!